Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. And I know that Thanksgiving is coming very, very soon. I believe it's tomorrow. So we're certainly want to wish all our American friends a happy Thanksgiving. In fact, and that note, I just want to mention that Tammy and I are not going to be to do doing a training on Saturday. We're going to leave it open so you can enjoy your time with your family. And so just want to kind of mention that to you. Now, this evening, folks, is some really excitement event going on right now in Accra, Ghana. For some of you that may or may not be aware of, Joel and Eve are actually right now traveling across the Atlantic as we speak,
Mhm.
and they're going to be landing probably very early tomorrow morning in Accra, Ghana. There are about 5 hours Eastern time, about 5 hours different from our time zone. And there's a huge, huge event that's taking place there. So that's really, really exciting. Just wanted to mention that. You see, we're really expanding here, folks. And I'm telling you, be ready for rain because this venture is really, really exciting. And a lot of people are looking up to the future. Now, as we begin here, I'd like to recognize everybody that's here bright and early. Um, Bakshi, I believe you're right here early before everybody else from Bangladesh. Welcome. I know it's very late for you, or quite should say very early. Mary Paul from Ottawa, welcome. We have here Frank. Great to see you. Very late from Norway. Welcome. Great to see you here. We have MC from Texas. Welcome. Welcome. We have Marvin from Las Vegas. Welcome. Great to see you here. I really appreciate having your name now on so we can actually recognize you. Great to see you here. We have Sylvie from Quebec. Welcome. We have Jim here from Moncton, New Brunswick. Gary, how are you, Gary, from Ottawa? And we have here RJG Lobo 57 from New Jersey. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you here. Now, folks, we have an exciting session here this evening. Tammy and I are really, really exciting more than ever. Lots and lots going on. Some of you might be aware that Joel is coming up with an amazing add-on to the Pro package. So pay attention on how to get started with the Pro package. Now, Tammy, let's begin by giving folks a quick overview on how did we get introduced to GotBackup.
Yeah, first of all, I just wanted to extend the welcome to everybody and especially the new guests that are evaluating this opportunity tonight. Welcome to you. And Chris and I, we looked at this company 2 years and a half, maybe now,
Mhm.
and we were just blown away on. First of all, we've known the owner for 25 plus years. He's always been in the online world, making millions of dollars in the online world. And when he launched his project called GotBackup, he contacted us directly and he said, "Guys, this is going to be big. I want you to have a look at it." We said yes because we know him. And when we saw everything that you're going to see tonight, only you're going to see so much more. We just said we're in. We're in because we understand timing. We understand when a market is going into momentum, and because we've built globally for so many years, 25 plus years, in the network marketing space, we knew that this was a product that everybody can afford, and that was the big thing.
I totally agree, Tammy. I'm actually just posting right now in the group a picture of Joel and Eve from the airport, from the New York JFK airport. So, folks, back to the presentation here. The reason why Tammy and I again really decided to take this very seriously is, first of all, we were really, as you mentioned, talking about the future and where is the industry of the MLM network marketing going towards. And digital services is definitely one of those. There's so many different area you can go, but that was one that we really started paying attention to. But not only that, we also have friends from all over the world over the years that we've created, and we also realized that because of the currency exchange and the starting fee to get started, especially in US dollars, it was very difficult for many people. And when GotBackup came about with the cost of entry, we realized the price point was very, very attractive. In the same time, it's a service that everyone need. And the
Mhm.
point here is, you see, we don't compete, folks. We created a new division with GotBackup, where we saw an opportunity where families can really be empowered by a global opportunity. It is the only cloud storage that will provide an income stream for telling others about it. Not just providing some free space, but actually earning an income. Tammy and I are full-time with GotBackup. And this income is giving us the lifestyle to be able to sustain our lifestyle and what we're accustomed to. And we want to share that with you. My question to you as we begin here, why are you here? It's time to turn your dreams into reality because you deserve it. This is what Tammy and I decided. That's a decision we made decades ago to get involved in network marketing. Today, we live an incredible life, waterfront property in Toronto, Canada, and Daytona Beach, Florida. And we have all the bells and whistles, all the toys. Again, it's due to the fact that we made a decision to break free from the ball and chain of the job. This is what we want to share with you here. You can live your life in your own terms.
Yeah, and the best part about this, it's all about helping people. That's one of the reasons why I really love this industry is because if you help people generate income stream, then you're going to get compensated by it. And Chris is going to share a little bit of that towards the end on how you bring people into the business and how you help them expand. And GotBackup is so, I say GotBackup, Joel, he's such a puppy. Like what I mean by that, he's got such a warm presence. Anybody who knows him, who really gets to know him, he works from his heart. And he genuinely cares about helping people succeed. I just wanted to let you know that from our hearts because we've known him for so long.
That is an understatement. The company began, for those of you that are fairly new here, it began in Gatineau in 1997, Quebec. It's around the area where I met Joel. In fact, he was renting a space so I can host my business website on his server. And this is how it all started. And I remember him telling me that they were going into Texas. And the reason why is because they had such an influx of a customer base that the infrastructure that they had where they lived couldn't support the growth that they saw coming. And that's where they went into an area where companies like Microsoft, Adobe, Google, and so many others are established there because of the infrastructure and to be able to support the bandwidth that they need with the customer demand for data. So let's hear from Joel what's going on the back end. Let's watch this together.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also as a company like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's a power, and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure.
You have to love these here, folks. And one of the things that we want to focus on here this evening is the 2 global trends. See, at the end of the day, folks, is people are looking for storage. They may not be aware of it yet, but I'm telling you, as you keep evolving, as you keep updating your technology, you're going to find that there's going to be less and less space available in these devices because everybody's going to be connected to a cloud service. So let's expand on that.
Yeah, which leads to the massive amount of data that we're all consuming on our devices. It doesn't matter where Chris and I ever traveled. We always because we did so many events. We traveled so much international. And often at events, people were taking selfies of us, and so many people. Do you remember that, Chris?
Yeah.
They run out of data, they run out of space, so they're saying, "Hey, can you take a picture for us and send it to us?" And that happens so many times. So we know that is an issue in the marketplace, and that is why GotBackup is offering such value. Wait until you hear. I get so excited, I get ahead of myself.
and to back this up, folks, numbers don't lie. The percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2025 is massive, from 6% to 64%. Here's another one that's very significant. These are cloud storage. These are income opportunity for you here. That is revenues from 2022, $90 billion in revenue, to 2030, predicting close to $500 billion. And I think that's conservative. Everything is turning into the cloud service right now. Absolutely massive. One of the main reasons is our cell phone addictions.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we use our devices for absolutely everything. That's why everybody's got their devices attached to their hip. Quick question to all of you in the comments. How many times have you come back home because you left your phone at home? How many times has that happened to you? I know it's happened to us many times. And so it's something that we just can't live without in today's world.
That's an understatement. And this also comes with another problem, is the data loss, right? If you look at 45% of cell phone users have actually damaged their cell phones or lost their data. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptop, cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. See, it's very frustrating to lose expensive devices like what we have. Mm-hmm. But your precious data, folks, you can't go back in time and get them again. It's gone forever. And that's the real problem. Here's another concern that, in fact, Emmy was referencing a moment ago.
Yeah, I was just about to say, one of my girlfriends lost her wedding pictures. For me, that would be absolutely devastating. When you have to get it from other family members, something that they've taken in their phones, but to lose your professional pictures, ouch. So at the end of the day, everybody's phones are being filling up, and we're getting these messages. and which is a great conversation when you're connecting with people, because everybody's getting these messages anyways, and you have no choice. You have to start emptying your phone, or you have to start paying more.
I totally agree, Tammy. And the other global trends, folks, is earning extra money. See, folks, we're turning in an age right now where the things that we used to do, which is still based on the 80s and the 70s, and even prior to that, we're in a changing age, folks. Everything is moving very, very fast. And the technology that we are presenting to you this evening is one of those ventures that you can really focus on. And for example, here, 42% of Americans have side businesses today, 62% of Gen Z. These, if you look at their generation, Tammy and I, that's our children, right? Anywhere between around the age of 18 to 25 years of age. So, what about the rest of the world here, folks? This is what we're talking about. People are looking for different avenues that they can do. And this you can do on a part-time basis until you realize that, you know what, I can go full-time here because my job is getting in the way of my profits. And you can leverage these global trends with GotBackup. That's what we want to talk to you about. So to introduce you, what we have here, Tammy, let's introduce folks on what we're presenting today as our line of products.
Yeah, so this one's very new and very exciting that Joel is opening this up. All of his marketing tools to build a business online is right here in the Pro package, and Chris will talk a little bit about it later. I'm just welcoming one of my new members this afternoon and talking about the Pro package, and everybody wants to have the right tools to be able to build their business. And I know that she's excited about it. And I know everybody who sees this will be as well.
I totally agree.
Okay, so this is the fun part, you guys, creating that curiosity, right? So with GotBackup, you get 6 terabytes of data storage. With other companies, you get 2. So you get 3 times more. You have on your account, you can add 5 additional family members, unlimited devices for $10 a month. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, every single family needs it. And yeah, so that's the huge value on the family package, which we're going to expand more into after, because you can pay yearly and even save more.
And in line to that question here, if GotBackup's not undermined, just sells data packages to third-party companies to make more profits, no, they don't. And I know that for a fact. Joel is really focused in creating an opportunity where consumers like you and I can really expand. Folks, we can have millions and millions of users, and you'll see how generous the company is in providing their profits, sharing their profits with all its consumers. So now time we talk about our flagship product, but there's also a package called the GotBackup Pro, which talk about VDuber, testimonial generator, memory place, the email marketing platform, a funnel page builder. These are all different tools that me personally, I was paying for. And I say was because I cancel a lot of these services that I don't need to anymore, because I don't need a third-party email expensive program. I have everything with Sendchart. When it comes to videos, often I used to have my videos to YouTube, even though you make them as unlisted. The problem is the people are watching those videos by clicking the link will start getting promotional on other things that could even be competing with what you're trying to talk about to sell. VDuber, this is your own personal YouTube channel. You can share in your social media. Absolutely awesome. Testimonial generator. You can send a link to everybody that you might want to share, that they may want to share a testimony about you that you can accumulate for your own social credibility in social media. Folks, I can go on and on and on with all the tools. The funnel page builder, this is really cool, because if you're dealing with a language that does not exist yet within the GotBackup world, with all the tools, and I'll show you some examples of some pages that are done for you that you can start promoting to acquire leads. Well, you can actually translate these with your own language using these tools, existing tools that were done for you. So every single tools that we just shared with you here, from the GotBackup, the VDuber, to all of this, they're each coming with an individual selling page that you can promote towards your social network. If someone, let's say, they're not interested in cloud storage, but they may be interested in an email program to do whatever that they want to do. Maybe they want to have a testimonial generator, maybe a memory place. Like, for example, a photograph company who's taking pictures for events. They may want to promote their events to that, which also it gives you an opportunity to generate leads. Each of those opportunities are income producing lead opportunities. So this is so cool. There's so much that comes with the package that people just do not realize. So making money with GotBackup is absolutely amazing. It is the only cloud storage that will pay you here, folks. That's what's interesting. And just to give you an example here, I hate because I'm presenting, but right now my Tammy and I are the only blue diamond with GotBackup. But the point here is this was done just with the cloud storage, folks. There's a lot coming to the table. This is really, really attractive. We have triple diamonds in the US. We have double diamond in France. We have double diamond in Ghana, which, as a matter of fact, Dr. Keowe is hosting the event with Joel and Eve, and he deserves it because his team has worked so hard to build a powerful team. And Joel and Eve are going there physically to meet the team. That is very, very exciting here, folks. We have here, obviously, diamonds in the US, in Canada, in Ghana, and different parts of the world. We have rubies in Ghana. We have, and folks, there's many, many different emeralds and rubies. But
yeah.
Again, just these are the ones that I'm close to. We have Enyo Nam, who's an emerald, who's recently became emerald from Ghana. And this is one of the reasons why Joel and Eve are going there, because they've been such a momentum. Henry, in fact, Henry Calvin is asking Tammy and I to do another video for an event he's doing this weekend in Republic of Congo. And I have to do French. Tammy will do in English. So, folks, it's very exciting what's going on. So, Tammy, let's really focus on the first three. How do we earn money with GotBackup?
Yeah, you can see all the 7 ways, which is really interesting, you guys. You know, with a job, you're going to get one salary. You might get a bonus, but you basically have one way of earning income. Where in network marketing, specifically in GotBackup, you have 7 ways that you can earn. So, like Chris said, we're going to focus on the first 3, and then we're going to expand on that. So, customer acquisition bonus, that's the first way. And that's when you send out your links and people are interested in joining your business. So if they come in with the family plan, which is a data storage, then if they come in monthly at $9.97, let's round it off to $10, then you're going to get 200% up front, which means you're going to get $20. Every single time somebody comes in monthly, you'll get $20. And if they come in yearly and they save a couple months of payment, so a lot of people will come in yearly, you're going to get $50 up front. And 25% goes to, if they order different marketing stuff, you're going to get a percentage on that as well. Now, the Pro plan, which is really interesting, because a lot of people want the marketing tools. You know, if you're going to get started with something, you want to go in all the way. And so you'll get $200 in commission if somebody comes in as a Pro member. Okay. And then your sponsor and your sponsor's sponsor will each get $50. And the reason they do that, and I really, really love that they're doing that, is the fact that when you come in the business, you're new and you need support. So they're being compensated to help you get your feet wet, help you get started, teach you everything that they know and guide you in the process. So an example of if you have 20 new people. Okay, so if you had 20 new people that decided to pay yearly for the family plan, you're going to make $1,000 in commissions. Okay, so if you wanted to run right now with it and get as many people as you can, you're going to do really well. You're going to have a nice Christmas for people who celebrate the holidays. So if you had 20 customers, you're looking at $10. So $2.50 times 20 people, that's $50 commission every single month. And then when you're looking at the Pro plan, as we mentioned, $200 up front times 20 people, that's $4,000 in commissions. And your customers, some people, that take the Pro plan that are just customers, then you're going to get $100 every single month.
So it's a very, very straightforward, folks, here. And what's happening is what Tammy talked about, that's the entry point. That's the entry level. People come in, you get paid immediately. Now I'm going to talk about the residual. Okay, this is what's in the bank that compounds as you keep building your business, because there's a two-team structure, the left team and the right team. When you see indirect referral, it's someone that's building his team that happens to be just above you. Remember that if you have three people to sign up, you got one on the left, one on the right. Where do you put the third one? Well, it has to be either underneath the left or underneath the right. And this is why you see indirect referral underneath you on the right side. And underneath that, you sponsor someone which happens to be on the right side of underneath the indirect referral, which again, they benefit from your effort as you benefit from someone else's effort. That is the power of the cycle earning with the two-team tree. Now, let's talk about how you benefit from that. So your earning cycle, there's two tier 1 and tier 2. It's as simple as that. Tier 2, you just make more money than tier 1. How do you become tier 2? I'll explain that to you. It's just based on your rank. Now, step 1 is you want to be active. Just like you're paying for your Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Apple TV, whatever, you're paying your $10 to $20 a month, and then boom, you have your service. As simple as that. Now, number 2 is you need to enroll 2 people. So to activate this position, to start earning cycle bonus, the company wants you to bring at least 2 people. In fact, most people in our business can bring 2 people. In fact, the stats is 2.5 people. Of course, we're not going to bring half of a person. It's just when you do math, it happens that way. Obviously, it's 2 people. So one on the left team, one on the right team. When that happens, now you open the gateway to earn cycle bonus. How to earn? It's number 3. The system needs to see there's 6 people. So if you bring 6 people, or you brought your 2, and from those 2, there's been another 4 that came about, or combined with someone above you sharing the same leg. When you add all this together, the moment it sees 6, 1 cycle. So the cycle could be, you can have hundreds, you can have thousands of cycles. At the end of the day, it's all based on how many people are building the business, and it grows by a group of 6 in a ratio of 4-2. It doesn't matter what side that is. That's how this works. A cycle is going to be based on the company's profitability and based on your rank. As I mentioned, it would determine if you're in tier 1 or tier 2. This one here is what we call cycle matching bonus. See, every time you probably heard a matching check. Well, that's what we're talking about here. Every single person you bring into GotBackup, every one of them, if they earn a cycle income, you earn 25% if you reach the level of Sapphire. We'll go back to the level in a minute. And it's really simple to get there, by the way. You can get paid up to $1,000 for every person you bring in based on the team that they build on as a Sapphire. You want to make more because they're building a team that is much bigger than earning 1,000. You need to become an Emerald. Again, I'll show you how to do that. It's really simple, but look at the ladder here. You can earn up to $20,000 from someone's organization if they reach Black Diamond. Of course, if you also follow the same trend. You see, this is absolutely massive, folks. The potential is huge. And there's 4 other bonuses that kicks in as you build your business. You want to move up in rank. Why? Because it starts opening up like a flower that blooms, that gives you all the benefits that are available to you. And that's what we want to talk to you as we move forward here. Very exciting. Now, let's talk about this simple system, Tammy, that people need to focus on without necessarily having to understand all of this.
Yeah, and there's one thing that we've learned over the years, trial and error, right? When you're building a business, is the simpler you keep it, the more people can duplicate, because we all know that people are busy in their lives. So sign up, talk to a few people, get a couple people in, put one left, one right, one left, whatever, however way you do it. And then you go and do the same thing, get a couple more, one left, one right. And then you duplicate this process over and over and over with the people that you bring in and with the people that they're bringing in within the organization.
It's an absolute no-brainer. How do we get started here, folks? Here's how it is. It is $20 a year, except the first year as a pro. Everything is included for the $499.97. You get 12 months of entire package, including the $20 and all the services. Year after that, you're simply paying $199.97 per year or $19.97 a month. Okay. That is the Pro package. We highly recommend it because it's a one-stop shop, specifically because of what is coming very soon. Is going to be another product that's going to be added onto the Pro that's going to add even more value included with the Pro package, folks. And of course, if you find that a bit too aggressive for now, you can start with the family pack, which is how we all started at the beginning. What there was the only thing available at the time. You spend $99.97 for the year. Okay. That will save you 2 months. Or if you just want to get your feet wet until you get a better understanding and a better confidence of what's going on, what we're talking about here, just pay your $10 a month. At the end of the day, it's your decision. But I can tell you, folks, that there's a lot of people already doing very, very well. And we've been in business and the service is absolutely phenomenal. Let's talk about where we're going in the world.
Yeah, you can see 162 countries. We have what, 194, 195. And what's really important to know is you could be building in your own backyard if you want to build it, by meeting people or social media. You'll go global a lot quicker. But even if you don't know a lot of people, when you start bringing people in, they know people who know people who know people. Next thing you know, you're in countries that you've never even been to or even heard of. So making money while you sleep is the best thing ever.
I totally agree. And Robert, really appreciate you, man. Hit that smash that like button,
Yes.
folks. If you appreciate what we share here today, let's tell the world and let's tell the algorithm that this is information that people should know about. This is in the GotBackup GVO YouTube channel. Now, here's what's really important, folks. Baby cry for it, adults die for it. It's recognition. But here's what's important for you. That recognition will increase your income. As a bronze, you sponsor one person. As a copper, this is what Tammy talked about. One on the left, one on the right. You want to duplicate that. Then you're a copper. When you duplicate that, you become a silver when someone in your team becomes a copper. You become a gold when you sponsor 5 people and 3 of them are coppers. You become a platinum when there's one more copper. Do you understand what I'm talking about here? One more copper, and you sponsor 10 people in your business. These 10 people will qualify you for sapphire and emerald. Isn't that cool? The only difference here, when you get from gold to platinum, as a platinum, you move from tier 1 to tier 2. Remember when I talk about the cycle bonus, you make more money as tier 2? That's when you want to be a platinum. Okay. As a sapphire, it's the same amount of people you sponsored as a platinum, but now you have one more person who becomes copper. So now there's 5. Folks, we're not asking you to go to the moon here. These are steps of duplication that we know will help you grow your business. That's the key. And they start earning a matching cycle on every single person you brought into GotBackup. You become an emerald when you have one more person. There's 6 people that are copper. And again, it's the same 10 people. Okay, so what's happening here is the details are in the compensation plan on all of these things. But what's important here, folks, is that you keep moving forward by helping others be reaching the level of copper. That's the key to success into this entire operation. So let's talk about the support here, Tammy. Reminding folks that this coming weekend, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna reschedule it to the next Saturday because of Thanksgiving weekend. Back to you.
Yeah. So the support is, there's so much support here. You've got your personalized referral links. You have a landing page. You have email marketing system. You have a marketing tools, many different languages. You've got regular online presentations every single Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Show up and invite people and watch your business grow. And the company also has Spanish. There's French going on. There's different international markets, Italian. And we also have a team training every single Saturday. So we really stick to the basics because we want to make sure that everybody who's signing up is getting the basics on how to start building their business. We go through a few other things. Chris and I do the Saturday trainings. And as he mentioned, this Saturday, we won't have presentation or training because of the holiday in the U.S. We're Canadian, but we live 5 months out of the year in the U.S. So we tend to like to celebrate both markets, right?
We love the United States. It's just
Yeah.
something that we're neighbors, and we absolutely love going there and love the people. So at the end of the year, folks, again, just to answer the questions of Lively, the system will place people automatically in your business. It's going to end up on the weaker leg. What I mean by that is the side that has less people, it'll be in there by default. But I recommend that you place them. And we have many, many, many training segments on placements into the genealogy, which is a very simple thing to do. So you can structure your business the way you want and not just letting the system doing it for you. Okay. Now, in light of that here, folks, what's really important is we have a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. That is what's so important here, folks. GotBackup, it's an opportunity that can really help you create a wonderful stream of income. On that note, what I'd like to do is just kind of give you a quick example of how this looks like on the back end. For some of you that may be looking at this for the first time, you can see here, this is my screen. I'm looking on my right side. You can see your rank. You can see all the digital tools, the GotBackup, testimonial generator, the memory place, the autoresponder, the video streaming, which is the VTuber, the lead capture system, which this particular link here will communicate with all the pages that are offered over here, which I'll give you an example with the GotBackup here in a sec. And you have the custom funnel builder to be able to modify. Maybe you want to have your own video, you want to change the language, you'd like to have other emails going out that you created. It's all there. Okay. And it's all these different tools to monitor your business. Focusing on the GotBackup, when you click on going to this tool, over here, when you click on using this tool, it will bring you to this page where you can download the software to back up your computer. So you can see here, if I, for example, click on, let's see here, I'm just going to show you very quickly. Say, if I click on this, this is the app that's running automatically. You can see here at 7:42, November 26th, which is today, it just completed a backup based on the things that I've done. And it does an incremental backup into the cloud all the time. You can click here to go to the cloud, but we'll do that in a minute. So that is automatic. You also can download the app for your mobile app. You don't have to come here. You just go to the App Store or the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Look for GotBackup and then just install it. And then just log in with the same credential that you log in to get into your back office. And that's it. It automatically starts backing up your phone. And I recommend you watch the videos because some of you may have like 70,000 files in there. You have to understand that 70,000 files is not going to be done in 1 hour. So you have to be aware of what you should do and leave your phone on just for the first time so everything gets uploaded. So if you click on this little link here that says auto login, it will take you right here to your cloud. Or you can just go to your browser and type in GBU Cloud. Okay, it'll take you there. The first time you have to put your ID and your password. And then these are my 4 computers. So you can see I had 97% full. So I do need to buy some more space. The fact here, there's a lot of stuff here. Now, what's really cool is also I have all my mobile devices, my phone, my iPad mini. It's all backed up. You can see here if I click on, for example, I would like to modify that by name. And you can see here that I want it to be descending. So 2025. So 2024, you can see here I have 12 calendar month from January to December. So very, very awesome. Same thing here for 2025. If you go to, let's say, collaborate and share, this is where I can share this entire drive with the entire world. For example, I can send you a link and you can upload a file that maybe you can't send me through an email. Right? There's so many functionality here. So I could go on and on here, but these are all the different directories that I can turn around and share some documents with anybody here just by clicking on that and just click the link and share this with anyone to have access to it. So just want to share that. The other thing I want to share with you, when you go to your reseller tools, and all of these tools have a reseller tool, these are pages like that. And then you can send that through your social media, to your friend and a text. You just give them that link. You don't have to worry about how it works. It's done automatically for you with your ID. And you give them that link and then people can go ahead and they can put their name and their email and sign up into your business. We have done some trainings that explains to you what's the difference between all these different funnel pages that are there, which in turn, as you acquire their name and emails, you can buy emails or create them yourself for them to start receiving emails on your behalf. Folks, I've done these things for years that I had to create from scratch. It's all done for you. This is an absolute no-brainer. Folks, in conclusion here, we have an opportunity that everyone needs. You simply need to let them know, and you even have the tools to help you promote what we have to offer. Now, after this weekend, this coming weekend, we're going to have a huge event here in Ghana. And again, now they're going to be solidified with their belief and what is happening just by meeting the owners. And I assure you that there will be more meetings like this over time. You do need to show the company that you are serious and that people are coming on board, because you are duplicating your business exactly in a fashion that Tammy shared with you, by teaching others to bring one on the left, one on the right, duplicate the process. And that is how you will grow an organization that will pay you for decades to come, because it's a service that is not going anywhere. Back to you, Tammy, as we close.
Yeah. So again, if you're evaluating this for the first time, remember, just sign up and then follow the simple instructions. We're, like we said, we have trainings on Saturday. You're going to have the support that you need to get yourself started. And yeah, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's celebrating this holiday, and be safe and eat lots.
Absolutely. So everybody have a good one and stay safe, and make sure that you drive safely if you happen to be driving, and be careful with the alcohol, folks. It's a lot of fun, but we want to stay safe. Okay. So let's see you back here next Wednesday. And we look forward to hear all about the trip that Joel and Eve had. And I'm sure we'll have a great event for them to share the experience that they had, because I believe it's their very first time going to the continent of Africa, specifically going into the country of Ghana in Accra. And it's a wonderful, wonderful,
it's
wonderful
beautiful
city.
there. Yeah,
Tammy, I've been there many,
Accra.
many times. It's they're wonderful people. So everybody have yourself a wonderful evening. Thank you for attending. Really appreciate all your feedback and comments. And bye for now.
Have a great night.